As leading local news source 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the latest local news, obituaries, police blotter, weather forecast, and more with no paywall. Head to DeWittDailyNews.com to get the local information you need to know.
From the Heart Media Group newsroom and DeWittDailyNews.com, I'm Ben Hubbard with this expanded morning newscast. Good morning, and thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Ben Hubbard. You're listening to the WHOW Morning Show. A new school year underway means a new year for a Clinton nonprofit. On the WHOW Morning Show Monday, Wendy Dement, executive director of the Vault in Clinton, told the Heart Media Group that a new year with students kicked off last week, and this week resumes its regular programming schedule.
Well, we kicked off on Thursday with our junior high night. It was superheroes versus villains. They guys had a great idea to have the games where the kids all had to wear name tags. So that was super for all the incoming sixth graders who we haven't met yet. And we had 95 students on opening night. I'm wondering if that was a record for our opening night. It's the most we've ever had on a junior high night, but it's pretty close. They had contests against, superheroes versus villains, and the superheroes did win that night. Okay. So they get to pick out the food for free food on Thursday this week.
According to Dement, this week resumes the Vault school year schedule, with hangout times dedicated to both junior high school and high school students. Additionally, there are hangout nights with different themes throughout the month.
So Mondays are for junior high kids, and they can get bussed over from the junior high. Mondays and Tuesdays, they can get bussed over. So from 3 to 5:30 is a regular hangout. And then from 5:30 to 6:30, we have what are called after hours. Kids can sign up for those when they get there during the hangouts. They sign up. We have 2 classes they can pick from. Those can range from either maybe a culinary class, a STEM class. Sometimes it's going to be an outdoor activity like, kickball, or we've had pickleball. Just kind of depends on what the theme is that month. Those classes are limited to 10 students apiece. So we can, have our instructors have to focus on those 10 kids. They rotate every month. We have different classes. So that's on Mondays. We also have the after hours on Tuesdays. Tuesdays, the difference is we're open for junior high and high school. Tuesdays also, it's 3 to 5:30 for hangouts, and then 5:30 to 6:30 for after hour. On Wednesdays, we don't have any programming. Thursdays from 5 to 8 is junior high events. So that's always going to be something like this week was superheroes versus villains. Sometimes it might be Nerf night, glow dodgeball, some sort of event, sometimes karaoke, which is always a fan favorite. And then Friday nights is the high school event nights, or sometimes just a chill hangout, but that's going to be 7:30 to 10:30.
For Dement and the staff and mentors of the Vault, it's a safe place for junior high and high school students to come and hang out. She emphasizes they are trying to engage with every student, so no one is sitting alone. She credits the mentors for being intentional about connecting with the kids.
We make sure they feel like they're valued, they're loved. We have mentors that come and spend time with them. We make sure that nobody's just sitting in a corner by themselves, not doing anything. It's a safe place to come and have those activities. Our mentors will, they rumble with them, which is just guided conversations. They'll have, there's some kids that just need a time to decompress. So if they want to be sitting by themselves and having some quiet time, that's fine. We're just going to make sure we want to make sure that is their choice. So we have the hangouts, we have the after hours classes that we talked about that are different activities that hit on all of the values that we have. We also have tutoring that if they have a subject that they're maybe struggling with, that's Thursdays from 3:45 to 4:45. We do need people to sign up for that. So if they contact Jason and let us know what it is they're having an issue with, we can find somebody that can help with that. So we have those things. We have our cafe, which is a small business program. So they sign up and then they're going to learn the soft skills that they need to go out and get a job later on. We have that, and that's all student run. And Dylan is now the director of that. Tammy has left to go pursue other opportunities. So he's leading that with our student manager. So yeah, that's kind of in a nutshell what it is. It's a great place to come and hang out, and we love being with the kids. It's everybody that works there really has a passion to work with the kids.
Dement reminds students they get one free hangout at the vault, but they need to register after that. Registration forms are available at the front desk, and students can register at any time. For more information, Dement encourages students to visit them on the north side of the Clinton Square. Visit thevaultclinton.com or follow them on Facebook and Instagram. After a very pleasant stretch of weather in the Midwest, the warm weather returns in time for the weekend. On the WHOW Morning Show Monday, Ed Shimon with the National Weather Service in Lincoln told the Heart Media Group that through midweek, things should be incredibly nice. There is a chance of severe weather on Wednesday later in the day.
Today, banner day. 80 for a high, light and variable wind. You couldn't get a better August day than that, really. And the humidity's generally low. Today and tomorrow, the humidity is going to be comfortable, but it's going to ramp up Tuesday night. And Wednesday actually is when our cold front is going to be coming through. So that's our severe target day. There's a marginal level 1 of 5 right now for Wednesday, but they'll probably add in a level 2 of 5 at some point, and central Illinois might be a part of that, I think. So Tuesday is high 82. Wednesday, we're going to warm up a little bit more up to 86 with the dew points, making it more uncomfortable there. But our severe threat is a late afternoon, like 5 o'clock to maybe 10 o'clock that afternoon, evening, for some severe weather, some large hail, damaging winds. The tornado threat is a little more uncertain, but I would suspect that if a butterfly flaps its wings in Illinois, we had a tornado, so probably have a little bit of a tornado threat there.
There is a slight chance of rain late Friday into Saturday. Shimon says the National Weather Service is hosting a Saturday open house.
The rest of the week looks actually better. Sunny on Thursday, 84. Sunny on Friday, 84. Saturday's looking a little uncertain. We have our open house Saturday, and the showers showing up in a few models in Lincoln. Right now, we're keeping it relatively low just to the uncertainty levels there. But 85 and, more clouds, maybe a few showers. Saturday night, we do have showers in the forecast. But then Sunday, maybe partly sunny and 87. So it'll be a warm weekend coming up, mid to upper 80s. Humidity will probably be up there. So you enjoy these first couple of days. They're going to be nice.
Later this week, we'll have more with Shimon on all the rain from the month of August and its impact on drought in the area. We'll also have more with Shimon on the fall outlooks. Visit weather.gov/Lincoln for more weather forecasts and weather data. August is National Sandwich Month. University of Illinois Extension nutrition educator Caitlin Mellendorf indicates there are always trendy ways to make your meals more nutritious, and this summer the trend appears to be grilling those vegetables before putting them on your sandwich.
It's a trend lately I've been seeing for grilling your vegetables and letting them cool just a little bit before you add them on your sandwich, so you get a little bit of a softer taste, really kind of a meatier kind of sandwich with some heavier vegetables. So eggplants or squash or bell pepper or something a little bit more like kind of hearty with that. In terms of protein, we always want to have a protein source on that. So if you're going for meats, so chicken salad, tuna salad, deli meats, or if you're going more vegan or vegetarian, there's a lot of really nice recipes for bean-based kind of like chicken salad substitutes, but using beans in place. Or if you want to go fancy with like a tofu or soy-based protein, it's going to be a good option. And then thinking about, where's that flavor coming from? Are you adding in mayo or mustard? Are you spreading on some pesto? Are you adding in certain flavors of cheese or slices of like avocado or cream cheese or hummus? Like, where's some of that flavor coming from? Because that's going to be really enticing to wake up the taste buds and say, can add some flavor. And then lastly, just thinking about the texture and the temperature. So if you're like, I've been having these, cold deli sandwiches for a while, I'm kind of bored with that. Can it be a grilled option? We've got a really old recipe. I got to go find it somewhere for a grilled tomato. And I think it's like tomato, avocado, and like tuna is like a grilled sandwich, right? So you could add that heat to those sandwiches just to change it up a little.
Also trendy in recent years are fiber and low-calorie tortillas and even some bread loaves. Mellendorf indicates these are great ways to increase that fiber intake. She cautions to be mindful of turning to whole fiber wraps or loaves because there could be surprise consequences of that overload of fiber. Get news anytime from your computer or your mobile device, all free, all the time at DeWittDailyNews.com.
The Illinois Emergency Management Agency has designated WHOW's many platforms on AM and FM, as well as WEZC 95.9 FM, as standby radio stations for emergency messages to be sent for severe weather, as well as for the Clinton Power Station. We also have a direct link to the National Weather Service for watches or warnings to air immediately when they're issued. Keep yourself and your family safe by tuning into the WHOW platforms on AM, FM, or streamed online, as well as on WEZC 95.9 FM.
WHOW is Central Illinois' ag station, and that includes providing farmers information on how the commodity markets close each day and week. I'm Todd Gleason from Illinois Public Media, University of Illinois Extension, inviting you to hear the daily closing market report weekday afternoons at 5:06, and on Saturdays, tune in for Commodity Week with a review of the week's markets at 8:30 in the morning, all on WHOW, AM, FM, and streamed online.
When it comes to your urologic health, you deserve expert, compassionate care close to home. Dr. Pena and Gibson Area Hospital Urology Clinic are now seeing patients at the Warner Specialty Clinic in Clinton. From routine concerns to complex conditions, Dr. Pena provides personalized evaluation and treatment in a comfortable, trusted setting right here in your community. Don't wait to get the care you need. Call 217-784-2212 to schedule your appointment in Clinton today. Close to home, because Gibson gets it.
DeWittDailyNews.com is the area's leading local news source 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the latest local news, obituaries, police blotter, weather forecast, and more with no paywall. Head to DeWittDailyNews.com to get the local information you need to know.
Netflix buffering, YouTube spinning, devices not connecting, Zoom calls dropping. It's frustrating. Let's end your frustration by signing up for fiber internet in Clinton. Click the Connexus icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
From the Hart Media Group newsroom, IL Sportswire, and DeWittDailyNews.com, I'm Ben Hubbard with this local sports report. Corey Seager had 3 hits and 3 RBIs. Jake Berger and Wyatt Langford homered to lead the Texas Rangers to an 11-2 victory over the Chicago White Sox on Monday night. Ezekiel Duran drove in 2 runs, and Texas, who sits at 66-66 overall, out-hit the AL Central leaders 14-5 to move a half game ahead of idle Houston to take sole possession of first place in the AL West for the first time since July 30th. Kumar Rocker, who is 5-10, pitched 5 2/3 innings for the win, allowing 2 runs on 5 hits with 8 strikeouts and 3 walks. Robbie Alstrom retired all 4 batters he faced, and Jordan Montgomery finished with 2 perfect innings. Jock Peterson drew a walk from Jose Urquidy, who is 2-2, to start the game before scoring on Duran's groundout. Evan Carter added a 2-out RBI double for a 2-0 lead.
In a vast majority of their games, when they score first, there's a line drive, base hit, right field corner. 1 run is in. Duran coming around third. He's going to be held. It's a double for Evan Carter to make it 2-0.
Brandon Nimmo robbed Andrew Benintendi of a 2-run homer in the bottom of the inning to keep it 2-0.
Rockers 1-0. Hit in the air out into right. It's way back there. Nimmo at the fence. He leaps, and he caught it. He just took away a game-tying home run.
Duran's 2-out infield hit with the bases loaded made it 3-0 in the second. Peterson was ejected by plate umpire Chris Guccione for comments from the dugout before Carter's groundout ended the inning. Peterson mired for an 0 for 24 slump, struck out looking, and was too late trying to challenge the call to start the inning.
Swinging a ground ball to Mydroth, and he fell down. Everybody's safe. He had to go get it on the other side of second base, and he blew a tire, and it'll be a hit for Duran, and it's 3-0.
Tristan Peters homered for the third straight game and the 10th time this season. A 2-out shot in the second off rocker that cut it to 3-2.
The pitch to Peters is hit high in the air to right. Nemo at the fence will watch it go. 3 days, 3 homers for Peters. A 2-run shot, and it's 3-2 in the second.
Seager drove in 2 with a 2-out double in the third for a 5-2 advantage.
3-1, and it's lined into left center. A base hit. Diaz is going to score. Freeman around third, and he will score, and they get those 2 runs right back. It's 5-2 Texas.
Berger hit his 22nd homer leading off the 5th. Justin Foscue, who replaced Peterson, and Seager had back-to-back doubles with 2 outs for a 7-2 lead.
3-2 pitch is hit high and very deep center field. Peters back at the 400 marker. It is a home run for Berger. And it's 6-2 Rangers. The 0-1. There's a line drive base hit right center for Corey Seager. His 3rd hit of the night. Foscue's going to score. A little trouble out there. He'll have a double. No error on the play.
Berger added an RBI double in the 6th. Durant scored on a wild pitch in the 8th, and Langford hit his 15th homer, a 2-run shot off Trevor Richards in the 9th for the final margin.
Berger lines a base hit out in the left center, and that thing's going to roll to the wall. And a run's going to score easily. Carter is in. The throw's going to go to third, and Berger is out. The run should count.
Urquidy allowed 5 runs and 6 hits with 4 walks over 3 innings. Rangers right-hander Jacob deGrom is 9-8 with a 3.77 ERA and starts Tuesday opposite White Sox lefty Anthony Kay, who is 9-6 with a 3.96 ERA. Here, tonight's outing on WHOW. Pregame starts at 6 p.m. Michael Conforto and Carson Kelly hit back-to-back homers. Kevin Gossman gave up just 3 hits over 7 innings, and the Chicago Cubs beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 7-0 on Monday night. The Cubs moved to 5.5 games behind the Milwaukee Brewers for the NL Central lead. The Brewers were off on Monday. Conforto and Kelly hit their homers off reliever Taylor Clark with 2 outs in the 6th, breaking open a tight game. Conforto's 2-run shot to right field made it 4-0, and then Kelly, who played 4.5 seasons with the Diamondbacks, hurt his former team with a solo smash to left. That was plenty of support for Gossman, who is 2-1, and cruised through the D-backs lineup, needing just 94 pitches to complete his 7 innings. The right-hander gave up 3 hits and a walk while striking out 6 in his best outing for the Cubs since being acquired at the trade deadline from the Toronto Blue Jays. The Cubs took a 1-0 lead in the second when Pedro Ramirez smacked a triple down the right field line that scored Ian Happ. They pushed the advantage to 2-0 in the 5th when Seiya Suzuki's double off the left field wall brought home Conforto. Conforto reached base 4 times, hitting a single, double, and a homer while also drawing a walk. Happ and Ramirez both had 2 hits. Diamondbacks right-hander Merrill Kelly is 8-12 and gave up 3 runs on 5 hits and 3 walks over 5 2/3 innings. He struck out 4. Arizona managed just 5 hits, all of them singles. Corbin Carroll stole 2 bases. The D-backs send right-hander Brandon Pfaadt, who is 7-1 with a 3.39 ERA, on Tuesday against Cubs righty Clay Holmes, who is 5-6 with a 2.49 ERA. In scores from around the MLB yesterday, the Boston Red Sox beat the Miami Marlins 4-2, while the Tampa Bay Rays took down the Detroit Tigers 4-1. The Washington Nationals routed the Colorado Rockies 13-3, while the Cleveland Guardians beat the Los Angeles Angels 4-2. The Minnesota Twins took down the Athletics 9-6, and the Seattle Mariners beat the Philadelphia Phillies 9-2. The Pittsburgh Pirates beat the San Diego Padres 3-2 in 12 innings, while the San Francisco Giants blanked the Cincinnati Reds 5-0. Get highlights of your local high school program by finding IL SportsWire on your preferred social media platforms, and get local sports anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
If you're a farmer, downtime is not only lost time, but lost productivity and potentially lost profit. That's why when your equipment is down in the field, you need a mobile welding job right now. Call the professionals at AAK Mechanical in Clinton. Call 935-8501, 935-8501, and AAK Mechanical's mobile welding unit will be on their way with their mobile welding truck to fix the problem and get you up and going again. Put this number in your smartphone, 935-8501, for mobile welding service from AAK Mechanical in Clinton.
Finding a local job in Central Illinois has never been easier. Don't waste time driving far or spending too much on gas. Visit IllinoisJobPost.com. It's your one-stop site to find local, full-time, and part-time job openings. Best of all, it's completely free for job seekers to access anytime, day or night. So if you're ready to land a job close to home, make IllinoisJobPost.com your first stop. That's IllinoisJobPost.com. Brought to you by your friends at the regional radio stations.
Here's Clinton Save-A-Lot owner Dave Jackson on how he works to save you money every day.
I watch the Decatur market very carefully. I stay under these, supposed low price chains, and I make sure I'm under them. So anybody that's rushing to Decatur or other towns to buy commodity items like flour and sugar and milk and eggs and things that matter are fooling themselves. We are cheaper or as cheap on all the items that matter, and I make sure of that.
And as Dave always says,
hope to see you soon.
MR Systems Wireless is your local internet provider for Clinton and surrounding area. They have the products you want and the local service you deserve. MR Systems Wireless Internet service for home or business includes unlimited data, unlimited streaming, and unlimited calling. Plans start at just $48 a month and get a free Roku 4-lease with our media packages. Get the speed you need with MR Systems Wireless. Call them at 935-2100. That's 935-2100 for MR Systems Wireless.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. The U.S. trade dispute with Canada rises to the next level today. Canada expected to unveil retaliatory tariffs against the U.S.